set this up real quick. All right. Okay. So, as you can see, this is what 432 coins looks like. And today, I'll put this to the side. We are going to create a spreadsheet. What did I just say? A spreadsheet of all these coins. Actually, we're going to move it over here so I don't knock it over later. There. Place this right here. Make sure the Sharpie's out of the way. I'm going to push you guys a little bit more back. There we go. Over there, here. And shall we begin? I say yes. Okay. Scoot y'all back just there we go. Much better. Okay. So, over the last 4 parts, we took each coin, we took the quarter separately, the total of 158 quarters. We took that separately and we organized them from oldest to the most recently made, which is a 56-year gap, because the oldest quarter we found was from 1965 and the most recently one being 2021. And then we went on to the dimes, which were 80 dimes, and it was the same as the quarter, where the oldest coin was 1965, and then our most recently that we found was from 2021, making it as a 56-year difference. And then we went on to the nickels. And the nickels, there was only 40 of them. And we found a coin from 1960, but our most recently coin that we found was only from 2020, meaning there was only a 60-year gap, but it could have been 61 if we found a nickel from 2021. And then our most recent episode, part 6, which is linked below, we took the 154 pennies and we organized them, and we found that our oldest coin was from 1964 and our most recently being 2021, which means that there is a 57-year difference right there. And now we're going to take all this data and put it on a spreadsheet so I don't have to look at the coins every time to find out what year I have from when. So let's see. That's going to be blank. Oh, we'll put the years there. And we're going to start from, I would say, we'll start from the most recent year and work our way down, because then it's just easier to shift it all down, and we'll leave years blank, so when we do find that coin, we'll be able to easily put it into the spreadsheet. Place that like there. So we're going to do pennies first, just because that's the piece of paper that I have on top, since it was our one that we most recently did, and then we'll do the nickels, then the dimes, then last but not least, the quarters. And so let's just put all the years real quick, from the most recent one being 2020 to the one the oldest one we saw, which was 1960. Okay. Oh, no, I already wrote that one. Okay, oh no, there we go. It's 2010 was right there. $2004. Oh, yeah, 2002 almost got cut off right there. 2000. All right. It's going to take some time, but that's fine. Everything takes time. You just have to do the most efficiently as possible. Oops, there we go. 1993. 1999. Nope, 1990. Oh, no, we forgot that. 1988. Oh, I wrote 1984 twice. Oops. There we go. Press the enter key instead of the delete on there. Okay, 1980 there. Oh, not 179. No, 1979. I did it again. I forgot the 9 in front of the 7. There we go. $19.70. There we go. Accidentally added. What did I do there? No. That has not happened yet. Okay, we're almost there. 1960. Done. Okay. That went a lot quicker than I anticipated it to. Okay, now on to the pennies. Hello, pennies. There's a lot of you. Okay, so we have 2 from 2021. And then we have no. That would be, we have 3 from 2020, but 12 of them have the letter D under the year. And then 2019, we have 14. We have to do something real quick here. Okay. Just going to keep caps on just to make my life easier. We have 10 from 2019 that have the letter D. 4 do not. So 10. And then we have 6. Type. Hello. I would like to, yeah, there. We have 2 from 2018 that do not have a letter. Well, 4 do have the letter D. I'm going to place the piece of paper over here just so I don't have to look over here every time because it kind of got annoying. And we only did 3 years so far. Geez, I didn't anticipate how long this was going to take. Hold up, I'm going to try something. We're going to go there. Yeah. We're going to redo the last few years and go like... Yeah, that turned out way better. Hello, I would like to write here. I wasn't typing during that. Oh, jeez. Okay. I said 2 and then 4 and then 2017. What? They all had a letter. Hello, can I type? Yes. Letter 4. There was 12 from 2017. 4 of them had the letter D and 8 of them had the letter P. So, okay, 2016. There was 5. 3 of them did not have a letter, while 2 of them did. 2015, 2 of them had no letter. 4 of them had the letter D. 2014 had 1 had a letter, and the other one had the letter D. There was zero from 2013 for the pennies. For 2012, there was 2. One had a letter, which was D, and the other one did not. 2012 had 3 with no letters. 2010 had 2 with no letters. 2019 had 1 with no letter and 2 with a letter. 2018 for pennies was 0. 2007 was 1. 2006 was 3 with no letters and 1 with the letter D. 2005 had 1 with the letter D, and that's it. And then 2004 had 1, no letter. 2003 had 1 with no letter and 1 with the letter D. 2002 had the 1 with no letter and 3 with the letter D. 2001 had 2 with no letter, 2 with the letter D. 2000, both the pennies had the letter D. 1999 had 1 with no letter. 1998, 1 with the letter D. 1997, 1 with no letter. 1996, 3 with no letter and 4 with the letter D. Right? Yes. Okay. 1995, 2 with no letter, 1 with the letter D. 1994, 1 with no letter, while 2 of them had the letter D. 1992, 2 no letters, and 2 with the letter D. 1990, I skipped a year. We skipped 1993, which had 0 pennies. Oh, hello, there. 1992, 2 with no letters, not typing. 2 with no letters, 2 with the letter D. 1999, 1 penny with no letters. 1990, we had 2 with no letters. 1998, we had 2 with no letters and 2 with the letter D. 1998, 1989 had 2 with no letters, 2 with the letter D. 1988 had 1 with the letter D, and that was it. 1987 had 1 with the letter D, and that was it. And then nothing for 1986. 1985, 2 with no letters, 2 with the letter D. 1984, 2 with the letter D, and that was it. 1983, 1 with no letter and 2 with the letter D. 1982, 1 with no letter and 1 with the letter D. 1981, there was only 1 no letter. 1980, 1 with no letter and 1 with the letter D. 1979, there was only 1 and no letter. 1978, there was 1 with the letter D. 1977, there was 1 with the letter D, and now I'm getting blinded by this. Okay. 1976, there was 1 with no letter, while 2 had the letter D. 1975, 3 had no letters, while 1 did, and that letter was the letter D. 1974, 2 with no letters, and 2 with the letter D. And then there was none for 1973, but 1972, there was 2 with the letter D. 1970, 1 with no letter and 1 with the letter D. 1970, same as 1971. And then there was nothing until 1964, where there was 2 with the letter D. And then I have nothing after that. Fantastic. That was all of our pennies. 154 pennies. Yes. Yeah, I got the numbers. And now we move on to our nickels. After, I don't know what just happened. We had 0 from 2021. 2 with the letter D from 2020. 2019 had 1 with the letter D. Sorry, it was the letter P. 2018 we had 0, 2017 0 as well. 2016 there was 2 with the letter P. 2015 there was 3 in total, 2 with the letter D and 1 with the letter P. Nothing for 2014. 2013 there was 1 with the letter P, and then the same for 2012, and then nothing until 2006, which had 2, 1 with the letter D and 1 with the letter P. And then 2005 had 1 with the letter P. 2004 had 1 with the letter D and 1 with the letter P. 2003, 1 with the letter P, and then 2002 had 0. 2001 had 1 with the letter D. 2000 had 1 with the letter D and 1 with the letter P. 1999 had 1 with the letter D and 2 with the letter P. 1998 had 1 with the letter P and then nothing. And 97, 96 had 1 with the letter D. 95 had 1 with the letter D and then nothing until 1991, which had 1 with the letter D. 90 was 0. 1989 had 1 with the letter P, and then 1988 had 2 with the letter D. Nothing. 87, not an O, supposed to be a 0. There we go. 86 there was 1 with the letter P. 85 1 with the letter D. 84 1 with the letter P. 83 1 with the letter D, and then nothing. Nothing until 1979, where there was 2 with no letters, and then nothing until 1976, where there was 1 with the letter D, and then skip 75. 74 had 1 with the letter D. 73 had 1, nothing in 72, nothing in 71. 70 had 1 with the 1 with the letter D, and then nothing until 1960, which is our oldest coin, which was 1 with no lettering. And that was all for our nickels, all 40 of them, and now we're on to our dimes. Okay, I don't know why, but that took a little longer than it should, because right now we're at almost 20 minutes. But that's all right. It took me some time to figure out how to do this properly. Okay. We're on the dimes where there's 80 of them. So let's have some fun. We had 4 from 2021, both with all 4 of them had the letter P. 5 from 2023 with the letter D, 2 with the letter P. 2019 we had 1 with the letter D, 3 with the letter P. 18 we had 3 with the letter D, 3 with the letter P. 2017 1 with the letter D, 2 with the letter P. 2016 4 with the letter D, 1 with the letter P. 2015 2 with the letter D and 2 with the letter P. 2014 1 with the letter D. 2013 all 3 of them had the letter P. 2012 1 with the letter D. Am I still frame? Yes. Let's see, what year is this? 2011, we had one with the letter D and one with the letter P. And then 2010, we had one with the letter D. Okay. And then we didn't have one until 2007, which was two with the letter D and two with the letter P. Then none for 2006. 2005, we had two with the letter P. 2004, three with the letter P. 2003, two with the letter D. And then 2002, we had one with the letter D and two with the letter P. 2001, yes, one with the letter D. 2000, same as 2001. 1990 had one with a P, same for 1998. 1997, one with a D. Nothing for 1996. 1995, we had two with a D. 1994, two with a D, one with a P. 1993, there was one with the letter P. 1992, there was 0. 1999, there was one with the letter D, one with the letter P. 1990 had one with the letter P. 1989, one with the letter P, nothing for 88 or 87. 86, there was one with the letter P. 85, there was two with the letter D. 84, there was one with the letter P. And then 83, one with the letter D. Nothing for 82. 81 had only one, which had the letter P, nothing for the 80. 1979, there was one with the letter D. 1978, there was one with the letter D as well. Nothing until 1974, which there was one with the letter D. And then nothing for 73. 72 had one and no letter, and then nothing until our oldest dime, which was in 1965, where there was two. So that was our 80 dimes. And now on to our 158 quarters. Because for some reason, we're having a great old time. And the dimes actually went really quick. So let's see how quick these quarters will go. And the paper starts out this way for me. Because there was, of course, 14 stacks of quarters. And it does not want to stand. We had 4 from 2021 with the letter D. 2020, we had 12 with the letter D, 1 with the letter P. 2019, we had 3 with the letter P. 2018, we had 6 with the letter D, 4 with the letter P. 2017, we had 4 with the letter D and 1 with the letter P. 2016, we had 2 with the letter D, 3 with the letter P, and I wrote a 4 on accident. There we go, we fixed it. 2015, we had 3 with the letter D and 5 with the letter P. 2014, we had 1 with the letter D, 2 with the letter P. 2013, 1 with the letter P. 2012, 1 with the letter D. And then we didn't have anything until 2008, where we had 3 with the letter D, 2 with the letter P. 2005, we had 2 with the letter D and 3 with the letter P. 2006, we had 3 with the letter D. And I accidentally turned it off. Look at that. There we go. And that is correct. Yes. 2005, we had 2 with the letter D, 5 with the letter P. 2004, which I accidentally wrote on here, 204. We had 1 with the letter D, 3 with the letter P. 2003, we had 3 with the letter D and 1 with the letter P. 2002, we had the same as the previous year. 2001, we had 4 with the letter D and 3 with the letter P. 2000, we had 5 with the letter D and 6 with the letter P. 1999, we had 9 with the letter D, 3 with the letter P. 1988, we had 1 with the letter D and 1 with the letter P. 97, there was 1 with the letter D. And then 96, there was 2 with the letter D, 2 with the letter P. 95, there was 2 with the letter P. Oh, my light just turned off. That's what happened. Okay. 1994, there was 0. 1993, there was 2 with the letter D. 1992, there was 1 with the letter D. 1991, there was 2. 1992, there was 1 with the letter D, while 1991, there was 2 with the letter D. 1990, there was 2 with the letter P, and now we're at the bottom of this page on our last column. We're so close in the home stretch. And I skipped a number. No, we just don't have one from 1989. From 1988, there was 1 with the letter D. 1987, 1 with the letter P. 1986, there was 1 with the letter D and 1 with the letter P. 1985, 1 with the letter D. 1984, 1 with the letter P, 1 with the letter D. 1983, 1 with the letter P. 1982, there was 1 with the letter P. 1981, there was the previous one. 1982 had 1 with the letter D. 1981 had 2 with the letter P. 1980, there was 1 with the letter P. 1979, there was 1 with no lettering. 1978, there was 1 with no lettering either. 1977, there was 1 with no letter. 1976, there was 1 with a letter being D and 1 without. 1975, there was 0. 1974, there was 1 with the letter D. 1973, there was 2 with the letter D. Not 3 or 1, but 2. 1970 was our next one with 1 with no letter and 2 with the letter D. And then we didn't have 1 until 1968 with 1. And then 1967 with 2. And 1965 with 1. And that's all of our quarters. And there, we organized all of these onto our spreadsheet. So now it looks much easier to find them and to know what I have instead of trying to go through this again. And so the next part, we'll be putting all of these coins into a binder. But before we do that, we have to take all the coins from the binder and organize it so I have them on the spreadsheet, because I haven't been doing that and I wished I have, because it would have made life so much easier. So we're done for today, and we'll see y'all next time when we do another coin part to this. But be sure to hit the red subscribe button so it turns gray, and make sure that the notification bell does not have a slash next to the subscribe gray button. If it does, please hit the bell so the slash disappears, and be sure to make the gray like button, the thumbs up, into a blue one if you did enjoy this episode. And we'll see y'all next time. Bye, y'all.